Firstly, welcome to another video. Thank you for the new subscribers, and let's get right into today's update video. So let's look at the Bitcoin chart. Firstly, we've seen a breakout of this downward sloping of this symmetrical triangle, and we are currently retesting this downward sloping resistance line, which is not the best thing, but it's also not the worst thing. We're currently seeing a bounce actually of it, which is promising, as if usually if we bounce from these resistance lines, then we can expect prices to go higher. So we could also draw it in a different way. We could just draw two horizontal lines right here, and we can draw one here. So drawing it this way, we can see that we're also trading in this range at the moment. And yeah, nothing too interesting is happening. Another way to look at the chart is in this way. So we'll draw the triangle, assuming we didn't have a breakout yet. We'll draw it on the top side here. And looking at it in this way, we see that a breakout will come very soon by here, usually before the end of the close of the triangle, which is before end of the week, Sunday. We can zoom out a bit, and we see that we're just forming this massive pattern here, and hopefully we'll be breaking towards the upside. Now let's look at the Ethereum chart quickly. As we discussed, Ethereum has gone down a bit recently, but right now, especially today in the last few hours, it is currently breaking up again, which is great news. I mean, it has recently rallied massively in the last few weeks, and the correction is absolutely normal. If it does go higher, we should expect it to potentially reject here at the previous top, which is around $3,800. And if we break through from there, we'll have green candles to follow. Let's have a quick look at this chart. So it shows us the stage in the market that we're at and the flow of money. So usually in crypto, the first phase is that the money flows into Bitcoin. We see Bitcoin prices going up. After that, the money flows into Ethereum, which is the stage that we are in right now. We see a lot of buying from the ETFs, and we see Ethereum price obviously going up as well, as we have just shown here. If we continue so, next we can expect large caps to go up in price. These are like Solana, Cardano, and these larger, more established altcoins. And after that, the final stage of the cycle is the altcoin season, when we see literally everything going up. So yes, we are on track to achieving this right now. We're not at the end of the cycle yet, which is good to know. Let's have a quick look at the ETF flow, starting with Bitcoin. We've seen now 3 days in a row of negative ETF flows. Yesterday, we saw $85 million dollars of outflows from the Bitcoin ETF. And if we look at the Ethereum ETF, again, we are seeing major inflows. We've seen inflows the entirety of the last week. Yesterday, also $332 million, a bit less than the day before. But it's good to know that money is flowing into Ethereum, as we are seeing also here from this chart. We're currently clearly in stage 2 of the cycle. Let's have a look at the altcoin season index. As I mentioned, the altcoin season index shows you how likely we are to be in an altcoin season, and it's measured on a scale from 0 to 100. Usually, if we are above 75, we are considered to be in an altcoin season, and if we are below 20, then we are very much in a Bitcoin season. And what we saw yesterday, I think yesterday on the video we were at 49 on the index, and now we're at 43 because of the dip that we saw here. So we saw actually a dip here, and this is clearly shown on the altcoin index chart. It's good to know that we are not there yet. We are not fully at the peak. You can see the peak is here in December, which is actually when the Bitcoin price was also at a peak, and altcoins were all massively pushing up. XRP was doing new all-time highs. So that's always good to know. We're not there yet. We have more room to grow for altcoins. Let's have a look at the overall time in the market. Like I showed in the previous video, these green lines are showing the end of the cycles always. This is the halving, the orange line. This is the current Bitcoin cycle. And at the end of the cycle, we always see profits to be made. So in the last cycle, we saw a high, then it went down again and made a higher high. And it looks very much the same right now. At the beginning of these green lines, we made a high, we went down, and now we're making a higher high. A thing to note, however, is that we still have some time left. So we are here right now. And the end, when we usually expect the market to end and the prices to top out, is around end of October, mid of October. I wouldn't wait until the very end. But we still have some time to go, so I wouldn't be surprised if the price goes down a bit first and then goes higher, because we are already quite high and quite much above the previous top. So we still have a few months to go, and that's good to know as well. Let's have a look at the liquidation heat map quickly. It just shows you at what price the long and the short traders are being liquidated on their positions. So we see most of the liquidations above the current price. We can see here that around $120,000 per Bitcoin, there will be $62 million worth of liquidations, short liquidations. So people who expect the price to go down, they'll be liquidated if the price goes up here. And usually how the market works is that this liquidity is usually grabbed. You can see here there was liquidity and it was being grabbed, and then it went back down to grab the downside liquidity. So yeah, going back up to 120, it's not too far from the current price, and I do expect it to happen in the coming days. Let's have a look quickly at our Fibonacci extension lines. These just show us with very high probability and mathematical equations what prices we can expect to be hitting. We are currently hitting a crucial resistance line here at $122,000 per Bitcoin. If we manage to go higher, I expect us to reach $137,000 per Bitcoin. Here you go. And that's what's going to come up next to us. Finally, let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. I know it's a bit of a long video today, but let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. If the Bitcoin dominance goes down, it means that Bitcoin is falling in dominance, and altcoins therefore are increasing in dominance. We've seen a rejection, and this is on the monthly chart, so we've zoomed out quite a bit. It's a good thing to know. We're just at the beginning here of the Bitcoin dominance, and we see money flowing out of Bitcoin and into altcoins, Ethereum, just as this chart, this picture here shows. We're flowing, the money flows into Ethereum and then hopefully flowing into a full-blown altcoin season. That's it for this video. Also, if you want to follow me on X, here you go. That's the handle. I post a few times a day. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.